know, corgis are one of my favorite dogs. I've had a corgi, and I gotta tell you, it is one of the best experiences I've ever had with a dog. So, I'm here to tell you about what's great about corgis and what are the drawbacks with corgis, because each dog has different drawbacks and different type of advantages. So if you're interested in getting a corgi, I think the basics you need to know and my experiences with having and being an owner of a corgi. Now, to be clear, I am not a veterinarian. I do not offer any medical advice, so seek a veterinarian for any factual advice on dogs. This is strictly my opinion and basically what I dealt with my experiences of ownership of a corgi. So take my advice, but also seek advice from a professional. So here we go. Types of corgis. So basically you have two different types of corgis. You have a Cardigan Corgi and a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. Now, Cardigan Corgis have tails. They're slightly larger than the Pembroke Welsh Corgis, and really, in fact, they are not really related in any way to Pembroke Welsh Corgis. And a matter of fact, there's a rumor, or they're sort of stated that they're not even corgis. So, but I think they're pretty much almost the same, but they are just in no way related to each other. They're totally two different dogs. So what we're going to talk about today is the Pembroke Welsh Corgi, because that's the corgi that I owned, and that's basically all the stuff that I learned from owning this corgi. So basically, the Pembroke Welsh Corgi has a short tail, unlike its sort of other double dangler, the Cardigan. It has smaller legs than Cardigans, and it has bigger ears that stand up straight like a fox. So very, very cute as a button dogs. Very, very cute. And they're amazing dogs. Corgis are amazing dogs. They're super affectionate. They're great family pets. I recommend them. A lot of people say, yeah, don't get them with kids. They do nip a little bit because they are herding dogs. But I've had a 2-year-old daughter, and the dog was nice to her. He actually slept with her and watched her, but he was very loving, and I didn't have to worry at all about him hurting my daughter. But of course, never leave any young kids or any kids in general alone with a dog, no matter what, right? No matter what kind of dog it is. They love to work. They are working dogs. They're herding dogs. So the more you give them to do, the more they love. And of course, they love to play. I used to throw the ball in the air. And for a dog with short legs, this guy used to jump up in the air and catch the ball. It was amazing to see. But once again, yes, they are great for herding. So if you have a farm and you like to herd and you don't want a big dog or a smaller dog, yeah, get a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. They love to work, they love to chase, and they love to nip at animals by herding. They're pretty easy, very, very simple to train, very, very smart dogs for their size. So yes, they are one of the smartest dogs I've had. I mean, they're a great smart dog, and it's always great to have a smart dog, right? And what I loved about my corgi was that he used to make the funny noises, like the grumping noises, the grunting noises, and it was fun. It was fun to see him turn over with his little legs sticking in the air. So yeah, it was great. Corgis are a fun and cute, adorable dogs, and they're tough. They're not weak dogs. They're pretty strong for their size, and they run pretty quick with for dogs that have tiny little legs. Okay, so before we head on, please like and subscribe right now and stay till the end of the video, because there is some cool more information that you do not want to miss. So once again, like, subscribe, and hit the bell button, because you will be helping us out a great deal to get us into that algorithm inside YouTube and get us on the suggestion box. So thank you very much. And now for the rest of the video. So basically, most important thing you need to know before buying a corgi, right, is they need plenty of exercise. You can't let them get too heavy or overweight. If you do, they will have issues, and we'll get to that in a second. Because they are working dogs, they need to stay active. It's in their genetics. They love to stay active. You can have them around the house as family pets, as couch potatoes, but you have to take them out for walks and runs and play with them, and they love to train. When you train them, they love it. They love to do tasks, things you could train them to do. The more you do for that corgi, the more he's going to love you, the more happy he's going to be. They can suffer from separation anxiety. So yes, they have to be socialized. They have to have lots of social interaction. They're not dogs where you can just leave them alone and let them sleep. They need constant social interaction. They need to be part of the family. Now, another important thing is that what I've learned with my corgi is they do have sensitive stomachs. So you have to feed them a really good, rich diet. Don't get them the supermarket food. Don't get them very, very healthy, all natural, organic food that is not heavy on their digestive system. If you give them the wrong foods, they will get heavy and they can develop joint issues and lots of digestive issues. So do your best to feed them the best you can. They are great dogs. If you feed them, they will have no health problems if you feed them very, very well. But there's one thing you must know. I did give my dog peanut butter by mistake, and the dog suffered a lot, had really bad stomach problems, and later on almost developed diabetes. I got lucky, but it almost killed him. There is a chemical in peanut butter that is bad for dogs. It is, if you see the movies, give the dog peanut butter, don't do it. Peanut butter is extremely bad for dogs, especially corgis, and it can ruin them. So don't give your dogs peanut butter. I've learned that the hard way. And then, of course, the biggest one that most people have issues with corgis is they do shed excessively. So it's a dog that sheds a lot, and I mean, you have to have one of those vacuum cleaners that goes around by itself, one of those little round ones. You have to vacuum constantly. The furniture, everything, their hair gets everywhere, and they shed excessively all year around. But they're great dogs nevertheless. If you can handle the shedding, excessive shedding, they are amazing dogs. Now, their popularity is growing, so they are getting more expensive. I think puppies now can go up to a range of $5,000 per puppy, but they're very, very famous. They have been known to be owned by the Queen. Both Elizabeths had dogs. Corgis are well known to be around the presidential palace in Britain, so they are a royal dog, which is pretty cute and pretty fun to know that your dog has sort of that history to it. So I do recommend having a corgi, but try to stick to these rules here, the stuff that you know, and I hope this helps you out in any way if you decide to ever buy a corgi or to adopt one. So thank you for listening, and don't forget, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so we can notify you with the next video that we upload. So thank you for listening, and we will see you again on the next video.